Ding, ding, ding. Welcome back, you guys. Wow, what an incredible offseason of the NFL. We're super excited to get this 2025 season rolling from start to finish. As you know, last season, we started off just to give a little market trial. We did a few episodes here and there, and I think you guys liked it, right? So we're back here to run it back for a full season. We got a lot of hot takes for you guys. First one out the gate. Are the Cowboys in midseason form already?
The hell?
Of collapsing? I'm just playing.
Yeah.
We're going to go through fantasy. We're going to go through bold predictions. We're going to go through, our predictions for the week 1 games. A lot of good stuff, you guys. So stay tuned. And Gail, nice to have you back, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to be back. I missed you guys.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I swear I just saw you guys last night.
Are you sure that...
We were doing our fantasy draft.
Yeah, we did our fantasy draft last night. We'll just say Team Limskins for the win. Not really, man. I've just given away money this year.
I was going to say, let's wait until about week 6 when you start trading away people for
I
no
told you
reason.
I'm not trading away until week 3. Week 3 this time. That's how I get jacked every year.
Caleb, good to have you back, brother.
I'm excited, man. It's going to be a fun one. Hey, we're back here from round 1 today, so let's do it.
This year, I'm looking for a lot of growth. I think you guys are going to love what we have to offer. So let's go over our fantasy football, right? That's why a lot of people watch us. A lot of people play fantasy football. So, Angel, you want to kick it off?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm going to kick it off with a lock of the week. A player that I feel is really going to have his best game of the season in week 1, Deebo Samuels. Let's go.
Oh, my gosh.
Deebo!
You know, he was reluctant to pick him.
No.
Nobody wanted to pick him.
I wasn't reluctant. I was just waiting. And then somebody that picked him was auto drafting, and they got him.
Well, it was like,
it doesn't matter the round.
Yeah.
It doesn't
So
matter.
you kind of
Late
let it.
as hell,
It
bro.
doesn't matter the round. I was going to use my secret weapon. This is what I say. So we play the Giants week 1. A lot of people slacking on Deebo, thinking, oh, he's gained some weight. He's done this. This is what I say. You must not have been watching him during preseason because he didn't play that much. But when he did play and how Cliff's going to use him, it's going to be beautiful. And I feel like versus the Giants, prediction, 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. Let's go.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we were watching preseason Washington Commanders football. Actually, I don't think
You
anybody
should've.
out there in the world was watching preseason Commander football.
You should have.
But
We
just
were
from the
watching good
highlights, he
football.
does look pretty beefy, right, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, hey, we even saw it just from last year, too. He was very, wide-bodied. I mean, granted, I'm not exactly
He'd been
in the
in the
shape to talk
gym.
about that. But you know what? He did, for a football player, he looked a little wide. So we'll see.
He's just
if,
been in the
if
gym,
he's
guys.
Really lost his step.
That's football weight.
You know, and I'm not a Deebo Samuel hater. I'm actually a Deebo Samuel lover. He's contributed heavily to the Niners' success over the
did.
past years. Kind of bitter how it played out overall, but hey, it is
You'll
what it
see.
is.
It's
I wish him much success.
It's my lock of the week, guys. Deebo.
So what are you talking? You said most points of the whole season. So what is that, like 30 plus?
I feel
Is
like
it
he's
that
going to
bold?
have a 25, 30-point fantasy game. He's going to be running, rushing, receiving, all the way around. Hell, he may even get an interception. Who knows? Deebo's going to be in there.
All right.
I mean, we'll
Caleb,
see.
what's your bold prediction of week 1, sir?
I think we're going to see a huge, fresh out the gate game for Caleb Williams with the Chicago Bears. I think he's going to have 2 passing touchdowns and 250 total yards rushing and the passing, just because that Vikings secondary is not very good. It didn't really get improved this offseason. The pass rush is definitely something he's going to have to worry about, so I'm expecting more of a heavy passing game. But when you bring in a guy like Ben Johnson, you have all the talent that they brought in for him. You got to expect a huge bounce back, especially from last year where he just did not look like the number 1 overall pick. And I think this is where he's going to show that he deserved to be that pick.
Well, I hope so. I mean, he spends a lot of money at the nail salon, so he needs to be able to pay for that in the future.
Listen, the only
He play
reason
ball.
I'm going to roll with you on that pick is because I picked DJ Moore in my fantasy league. So
Yeah.
I hope he does hope he throws for 300 yards.
So just to be clear, what's the bold prediction on the fantasy numbers are we looking at here?
I think for fantasy points, I'm not sure how that all shakes out.
30, 40?
I think we're looking at about a 30-point game. I think is what we're
Okay.
going to be looking at. I think just because, again, the pass rush for the Vikings is very, very solid. They have a great defensive line, but that secondary it didn't get improved this offseason. It wasn't very good last year. I don't think we're going to see a huge jump. And I think Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson especially is going to be able to take advantage of those deep shots.
Well, for week 1, that's a solid score. 30 points is a solid, especially from how he ended up last season.
Right.
So for week 1, if he can come out with 30 points, that's a solid week.
That's a bold prediction because, with the Vikings defense, how it is.
And trust me, no one's expecting it.
Yeah, I think they're expecting him to kind of lay an egg on Monday Night Football. So,
yeah, I
So
think
that's a good one.
My bold prediction is going to be DK Metcalf scoring over 30 plus points. I think Rodgers, week 1, he's playing the Jets, his old team. He's out to prove a point. This is his Super Bowl right here, you guys. He's going to prove that he wasn't the issue. It was the Jets. It was that organization. It was everything but him. And also, too, I think DK has something to prove. I mean, they traded Pickens as soon as he got there.
DK.
So I think he's out to prove that, they don't need Pickens. They just need just him. So I'm expecting 30 plus points.
Okay.
I think he's gonna have a fun one because that
I can
Jets
roll with
defense,
that
we'll see
one.
how
And
that
that's
plays
why I
out.
drafted him, by the way.
To be fair, I drafted Caleb Williams, so you know what? I kind of stuck
I
with
like
it too.
DK though. I've always liked DK. If you think about it, the past couple years in our fantasy league, I've had DK the past 2 years probably. So I've always been a fan of DK.
You know what, too? Like, I think they're going to run the ball a lot. I think they're going to get to that 1 to, goal line to 20 yards out, and Rodgers going to be throwing the little fades up to him, laying it up there for him to go grab it. And he's a big dude, so I think he might get 2 or 3 touchdowns week 1 versus the Jets.
Solid picks.
All right. So let's go into booms and busts.
Boom and bust. Boom and bust. Oh, definitely. So,
and Gail, what you got, man?
Guys, I've been waiting for this one. My boom of the week, Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes.
Woo.
Daniel.
Come back. I'm telling guys, they're playing Miami. Miami's defense is they're a little shaky. You can score a 50. You can score a 50 piece on Miami's defense. No worries. I feel like Daniel Dimes is about to show you guys how he should have been with the Giants. I feel like the last 2 seasons he got set up for a fall. Danny Dimes, boom of the week, guys. Let's go.
Boom of the week. All right.
Okay. We'll rock with it.
We'll rock with that. I mean, I could see Danny Dimes having a good game. You know?
Okay.
Maybe.
So, you know what?
Indianapolis, he's playing against who's he playing against? He's playing against Miami. I mean, they're pretty soft. They're not like a tough and rugged team. They're playing at home, so he's in the dome.
I'm telling you,
I think he's out to prove something. So
my bust of the week, Travis Hunter.
Ooh,
Travis Hunter. Now, there's been a lot of debate on this one, but I'm going to tell you why I feel like Travis Hunter is not going to have a great week. It's his first NFL game. That NFL speed is going to knock the wind out of him. I feel like that NFL speed is going to knock the wind out of him, where it's going to take him a couple weeks to really adjust to the NFL game. He wants to play offense and defense. Hey, I'm for it. I hope he does, and I hope he succeeds on both sides. I feel like it's just not going to happen week 1. Week 1, that NFL speed's going to catch up to him.
I like that.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like that pick. What about you? Who's your booms and busts?
For me, I think Justin Fields is going to have a big game this week. It's a revenge game for both sides, really, because you have Aaron Rodgers facing against the Jets. You have Justin Fields on the Steelers, because the Steelers absolutely gave up on him last year. He was rocking early in the season, 4-2 as a starter for them last year. They benched him for Russell Wilson, and then he lost 5 straight. So I think we're going to see a huge game from Justin Fields this week. I understand Pittsburgh usually has a very good defense, but honestly, I think their defense got a little bit worse. Cam Hayward, he's only getting older. They traded away Minka Fitzpatrick for, a 33-year-old, 32-year-old Jalen Ramsey. I think Jalen Ramsey is going to lose a step this year. I think we're really going to see a point where I think Justin Fields is really going to take advantage of a lot of those deep shots. He's back with his college wide receiver in Garrett Wilson. I mean, we're going to see some fun ones. We also, with Aaron Glenn being the head coach now, he's going to bring over that Lions offense. I understand he's a defensive guy, but he's going to bring over some help from that side. And we're going to see Justin Fields with a huge game this week. For me, my bust this week, I think we're going to see Ashton Jeanty. Even though he looked good in the preseason, New England, they spent a lot of money on that defensive side of the ball. They brought in guys like Milton Williams and Robert Spillane, and I think that's going to really make Ashton Jeanty suffer a little bit this week. We're going to see him kind of take a little bit of a slow pill this week.
I went and saw him play live. I went to the actual Niner Raider preseason game.
Yep.
He had like one good play.
Yep.
And they kept showing that play over and over.
Exactly.
He ran over my guy.
He trucked somebody. You know,
it was
I think it was Diamador Lenore.
Diamador
and they
Lenore,
kept
man.
showing the same play. But
He's a Pro Bowler.
he's another thing. I think the NFL defense is going to catch him
Yes.
the first couple weeks.
Yes.
Like, it's going to take him a couple weeks before he really adjusts to that NFL game. And that's how I feel
Exactly.
about a lot of these rookies, man. It's just they have to adapt to this game because it's totally different from college.
Yeah, exactly. And I think especially this week, it's going to be a little bit harder for Genty because that Raiders offensive line, it's not awful. It is not great. They have, I mean, you have a second-year Jackson Powers Johnson. You have Colton Miller, who is a good, tackle. But outside of that, there's really not a ton to love with this offensive line. And I think with that really scary Patriots defense coached by Mike Vrabel, whoever he's coaching, it don't matter. He gets his players going. He gets them hyped up. I mean, we saw him at the bottom of dog piles over the last couple weeks, getting in fights with his players, essentially. And I think we're going to see a huge stop for the Patriots defense this week.
Okay. I like that.
I like it.
I'm gonna take a little. I'm gonna throw a little curveball in there for my booms or busts. Instead of picking a bust and a boom, I'm gonna switch it up this week 1. And I'm gonna pick 2 guys that you're probably gonna be a little reluctant to play because you're not sure what's gonna come out of them. So they could boom or they could bust. My first one, I'm gonna go JJ McCarthy, man.
JJ, Michigan, let's go,
Yep.
baby.
We don't know what he's gonna look like. He was a top pick last year's draft, got hurt. He's coming back week 1. Yeah, he's playing Chicago. They're not super strong. It's Monday Night Football. And he should do great. He should boom, just looking at the weapons he has, he should put up 30, 40 points, He got JJ out there. He's got a lot of talent. But the thing is, sometimes the light is just too bright for some people.
Yeah.
So I can see him booming just as much as I can see
I
him
don't really
busting.
feel like the light's going to be too bright for him. He played
Monday
at a
Night Football lights?
He played at a major school, bro. They're 80,000 deep on a Tuesday. Like,
All right.
he's from Michigan.
We'll see.
The lights are never going to be too bright for him. What I think is going to happen to him is the fact that he didn't play for a year.
I think that's definitely going to.
I think that's more
okay.
likely to affect him than anything.
I mean, this is essentially his rookie year because he didn't play at all. He played like 4 snaps in the preseason, and then I think it was a broken leg, I think, that kept him out for the year. So we'll see.
Yeah, so if you got JJ McCarthy, leave him on your bench. Put somebody else in there because he could boom, he could bust. But if you're projected to get, just demolished, then throw him in there. You never know what could happen. My next player that is, could boom, could bust, and should boom, I'm going to go with Kyron Williams of the Rams. He's heavy workload dude. He gets a lot of catches, a lot of runs. He just touches the ball a lot. He's their primary offensive weapon. Yeah, you got, your core wide receivers out there with Nakua and Devontae Adams. So he should get the ball a lot. But on the flip side, he is playing a DeMeco Ryans led defense. And they're a little pissed off, wouldn't you say? They had kind of a down year, excuse my French. So I think they're going to come into this week 1 just super hungry. They're going to play stingy ball, and I think he might get roughed up a little bit and be scared to hit the middle of that hole as much as he would usually do. So if you got him, I would be a little reluctant to play him. Obviously, you're going to play him because he's kind of a top 15 pick. But hey, I told you so.
It's one of those ones where like, we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Right. Because, I mean, yeah, that Texans defense, they got some solid guys, but it's mostly on the edges and the outside with the corners. Their interior defensive line is not as good as some other guys. So we're going to see if Kyron Williams can pop off this week.
Fantasy football, where heartbreak meets glory.
Glory.
We got another segment in the fantasy football category, and this one is called the lock of the week. One, we're basically going to give you the pathway to success here. We picked out 3 personalized picks, one from each of us, saying, hey, this player is going to pop off no matter what. He's going to have an awesome game. Caleb, let's go with you. Who is your lock of the week, sir?
I'm taking
He's
Brock
not
Bowers.
failing.
Brock Bowers, man, he's going to pop off. I already talked about Ashton Genty, how I think he's going to struggle a little bit. So I think Geno Smith and that Pete Carroll offense is going to have to rely a little bit more on the passing game here. He's not going to have too much time to hand the ball off or anything. So I think Brock Bowers is a great great deep ball target for him. I talked about the front 7 for the Patriots a little bit. Their secondary, outside of Christian Gonzalez, is not super great. They just cut Jabril Peppers as well, so we'll see how that plays out for him. I think we're going to see a huge game out of Brock Bowers this week.
Okay.
I love that pick.
I like that one.
Solid.
I like that one.
20 plus right there.
Absolutely.
Maybe 25, maybe 30.
Totally not because he's on my fantasy team.
Other lock of the week, because I already had one, but my other lock of the week, I'm going with Patty Mahomes. Patty Mahomes, this is redemption year.
Really?
Redemption year. I'm telling you guys, he's coming out the gates. I think they play Friday night versus the Chargers, right?
Yes, in Brazil.
Yeah, in Brazil.
He is missing his core
sad.
offensive weapon, but you're saying it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Xavier Worthy's
speeding
enough.
Listen, Patty Mahomes' redemption season. It all starts Friday night in Brazil. I don't know the time zone. Figure it out. Use one of these apps to watch the game.
The 800 apps now.
The 800 apps that we will be talking about later.
Yeah.
But it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Okay.
Patty Mahomes.
You got Patrick Mahomes. Even though he had a down season last year, start that man. And Gel is putting his stamp of approval on it right here, right now.
Guys, you heard what he said.
My lock of the week. I was kind of indecisive. I have two guys that I just feel are going to crush it. They're going to go over 30 points. But I'm going to go ahead and go with Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
JT?
Indianapolis Colts. I know you kind of threw Danny Dimes out
Danny
there.
Dimes.
Having a game. I think most of his game is going to go towards
Handing
their
the ball
only
off.
offensive weapon, really.
Right.
Handing the ball off.
He's not hurt. He's starting the season fresh for like the first time ever. And usually, when he starts fresh, he has a good 5 to 8 games before he starts breaking down. God forbid he doesn't break down this year. But hey,
Absolutely.
look, it's happened in the past. Jonathan Taylor, he's an all-around back. He catches a lot of balls. He's a heavy, hard rusher. He gets a lot of touchdowns. I think last year he had over 1,400 yards.
Yeah.
Over 11 touchdowns. So I think Danny Dimes, that's going to be his go-to outlet. He might get over 10 catches, and I think he'll rush over 100 yards easy. He might just catch and run for over 100 yards and get some of that yak going because, he's their only guy that they have, really, if you think about it. So that's my lock. If you got Jonathan Taylor, he's going to go over 30, and he might be the difference between you taking an L that first week or making the W, but I think he's going to help depending on what the rest of your team looks like, obviously.
Absolutely.
All righty, you guys. Well, enough from fantasy. We want to get into week one. In fantasy, we usually talk about who we're going to pick up on waivers and stuff like that, but I think the draft just happened. I think everybody's going to roll with who they drafted, right?
We're going to stick with who we got, at least until week 3.
At least until week 3, maybe 2. In our league, we've seen a trade already happen, so that was pretty crazy.
Yup.
But let's look ahead. Season outlook. We're going to go by division and basically just give you the scoop on all the little details here. And Gal, start it off. Let's go.
Starting off. All right. So I'm going to start off with the AFC. So we'll go AFC East. I've got Buffalo, New England, Miami, and the Jets. I've got Buffalo obviously winning that division.
Yep.
I've got New England coming in second place. I just feel like it's Buffalo's division until somebody steps up. But
I think we're all in agreement there too,
we're
right?
kinda all in
Buffalo.
Buffalo's winning that division, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'm going to go AFC North, Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, well, not obviously. I'm sure some of you guys may have Cincinnati, but I'm going to go Baltimore.
Okay.
I got Cincinnati coming in second, Pittsburgh, and then unfortunately Cleveland. But you know what? There's hope for Cleveland yet.
Maybe.
What do you guys think about that division?
That division is going to be interesting, man, because I think the clear-cut number 1 team in this division is the Baltimore Ravens. They really did not get worse this year. They honestly really just got a little bit younger with a lot of their guys. Now Kyle Hamilton's got his contract now, so he's absolutely hyped up and ready to play this year.
Gave him some money.
Absolutely. And I think the Baltimore Ravens, especially Cleveland, you're going to play twice. Those are 2 wins, more likely than not. Steelers, they'll probably split that. They'll split with the Bengals as well, more likely than not. But I think Baltimore is the clear-cut number 1 team in this division. You can honestly throw, Pittsburgh or Cincinnati in that 2 slot. I think I'm going to lean Pittsburgh a little bit just because I think they're a more well-rounded team, whereas the Bengals, they really just have their offense. Their defense just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And then obviously just Cleveland in that 4. They're not going to do much. They're honestly in competition for that number 1 pick this next year, in my opinion.
And just to pause right there, Caleb, I missed you. All right. So AFC South.
So hold on.
What do you got, John? I'm sorry.
So remember, this is who we think is going to win their divisions at the end of the year.
Yes.
So just to recap really quick, Angel, you got the Bills taking the crown in the East.
Yep.
You got the Ravens taking the crown in the North. Caleb, you got the Bills as well. I got the Bills as well. Did you go with the Ravens?
I'm going with the Ravens as well.
Okay, I'm going with the Bengals.
Cleans. What?
I'm taking the Bengals.
There's always one.
I think they had a down year, and there's always a little fluctuation in some of these leadership positions. So I really feel like the Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Higgins. I think Higgins got paid this year too.
Him and
Yeah.
Darnold.
Yeah,
They
and
all
also
did.
too, they got their top defensive player paid. I think everybody's happy. And they started kind of grooving towards the end of the year. So I really feel like they're going to come out swinging, and they're going to be a high-powered offense. It's going to be hard to stop these guys. So I'm going with Bengals. I'll kick off the South, the AFC South. I'm actually going to roll with the sleeper underdog pick. I'm going to go, what I think is a sleeper pick. I'm going to roll with the Texans. I think they're
Okay.
going to have a
Okay.
bounce back season.
No, I like you. I picked
Yep.
the Texans.
I don't hate it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hate
Who
that
did you
one.
pick?
I'm actually leaning Jacksonville this time.
Jacksonville?
Oh, that is
I'm-
actually a sleeper pick.
Ooh.
Never
I'm
mind.
leaning Jacksonville for this division. I mean, they brought in Liam Cohen. He made Baker Mayfield look like an MVP quarterback. I mean, and then you have Trevor Lawrence finally getting a head coach that can use him. You have some new pieces on that offense with Travis Hunter. You have Travis Etienne taking another step. We're going to see. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. They obviously lost Evan Engram, which definitely hurts a little bit, but I think overall they got a little bit better in most of these spots. And I think Jacksonville, this is finally the year where Trevor Lawrence takes a huge step. He looks like the quarterback he needs to be, and they win this division.
Ooh, man. Bold predictions.
He's finally going to look like the quarterback he needs to be.
If they
What
thought
year
he-
is it?
This is his 5th year.
Okay.
He got paid, so he better work this year.
Nah, he
Otherwise-
got paid before last season.
Yes,
He got
paid.
trashed last season.
Don't
To
you
be
get
fair.
paid as a number one pick too? I
Yeah.
think he's got paid like 18 times,
He
but
got,
we'll leave it there.
when he signed his contract, he was the highest paid player in the NFL
Yeah.
biannual, and then more extensions came in.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Okay, so I'm not choosing that, but hey, salute to you, man. If
Right.
if they take it this year, if the Jags take it,
Hey,
I'm tipping my hat off to you, brother. What about the West? Who you got for the West? It's a stacked West division over there with all those top-notch head coaches.
I mean, for me, I'm leaning Kansas City. It's really hard to argue with the team that just made it to the Super Bowl. I mean, yes, they're going to lose Rashee Rice for a few games, but once he comes back, they'll be honestly fine. And they'll struggle a little bit in these first few games, but I think they're going to work it out. But honestly, if the Chargers, if Rashawn Slater didn't get hurt and was out for the year, that's the team that could honestly take this division. But I think KC is just a step above Denver, and then the Raiders. It's not your year. It's just not.
I don't know. Pete Carroll's pretty
Yeah,
juiced
man.
up over there.
Don't sleep on the Raiders.
Hey, I love
He's
you
out
know,
there running routes.
He is. He's locking down some of his guys, man. He's at what 73 years old.
Listen,
he's just
as
out
long
there,
as he
man.
doesn't kiss anybody, he's good.
Right.
He even said he's like, we're winning a lot of games. We're going to the playoffs. He's
Yeah.
already calling it. So I kind of love that
I ain't
confidence.
mad at it.
They'll win like
You know?
maybe 8 games.
Mm,
Who do you got taking the West and go?
I got KC also. I told you.
Really?
Yeah, it's.
Don't you think the
No, I don't.
cat's out of the bag a little bit?
No,
And
listen.
I hate to start the season off like this, but there was a lot of that. Hey, are they cheating? Are the refs helping them? Stuff like that.
Come on.
It happens every
They
year.
kind of,
Listen,
Super Bowl. They kind of
This
unfolded
that
when
sounds
they
like
couldn't
New
do
England
that.
all over again.
Okay.
Deflate gate or well, they got to be paying the refs. They got to
The
be
ref
doing,
gate.
Come on.
the tuck
Listen,
rule.
And I said they made it to the Super Bowl last year, and Mahomes had his worst season.
Yeah.
His worst season as a pro.
Yeah. He threw.
This is his revenge tour. I'm telling you guys,
All right, man.
he's
We'll
not
see.
taking no prisoners this year.
no.
So I got KC. I think I got Denver coming in number 2. Who do I have? Yeah, I got Denver. I got the Chargers, and then I had the Raiders.
Yep.
All right, my West, I'm actually going on statistics here. Jim Harbaugh usually kicks butt and takes his team over the top and usually gets to, the championship game,
It's his third
typically
year.
in his second year. So
This is his second year.
it's his second year.
Oh,
So I'm a believer, man. He was with the Niners. He did it with us, and we
Oh,
stunk
Lord.
before
There
he
it
got
is.
there.
There it is.
There's a lot of love there. He did it with Michigan.
Yep.
He's
That's
just
true.
did it everywhere he's gone, and he has a stacked team right now. He's got a great rookie running back. He's got a solid quarterback. He's got some wide receiver talent. He's got an aggressive defense. I think he can come out and win this division. And I think Kansas City's not going to get any help this year.
Oh man,
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, we'll see.
All right, so we got our picks out there of who we think is going to win. We're actually going to keep count of these two because this year we're battling for the championship belt. We're going to make a Tuesday Night Football championship belt. It's more than bragging rights. It has some weight to it. It has something, we can hang up and show off. So
it means something.
It means something. So we'll come back to these, we're going to save these picks here and come back at the end of the year and see where we landed. Who's your wild card picks though? Because there's always one or two new wild card teams that make the playoffs that nobody's suspecting. Who do you guys got making the playoffs in the AFC?
I've got New England and I've got Cincinnati. Those are my picks.
Well, there's three.
Oh, there's three.
You
So
get
if I had to pick one more, I'm gonna pick Denver
Okay, so Denver, New England, and Cincinnati.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm honestly not that far off from you. I've got Denver, I've got Cincinnati, and then I've got Houston. I think the AFC South is really a 2-horse race. So I think Jacksonville takes it, but I think Texans, they're going to be a sleepy 7 seed team this season. But that was my picks this season.
H-Town.
Okay. My wild card picks, I'm not going to go against the grain. Mike Tomlin has been into the playoffs every single year for 32 seasons in a row. So I'm going to lean on Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to lean on DK. And most importantly, I'm going to lean on Tomlin here. Steelers are making the playoffs as a wild card seed. And they're probably going to go out in the first round again. Let's be real. Yeah. But they're going to make it. I got the Ravens as a wild card because I have the Bengals leading that division. So I got the Ravens in there. And then I also take the Broncos. I think Sean Payton's got these guys working.
So we're kind of all sold on the Broncos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bo Nix.
I love it.
Love it.
Second year, they're only getting better. Those new receivers that they got in there,
rookie running back looks solid.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
That up tempo offense, love it.
I love it.
Let's go to the NFC. Let's take a trip to the NFC. Who do you got, Caleb, for the North?
I'm taking the Green Bay Packers to win the North this year. I think honestly, I think Detroit is going to take a little bit of a step back. I don't think it's going to be a gigantic step back. Maybe a 1 or 2 game difference, honestly.
Okay.
Losing both coordinators sucks. I don't think Minnesota is there yet. I think maybe next year could be Minnesota's year to take the division. But I think this year, especially with the Micah Parsons trade, I think Green Bay is going to take it.
I like that. That's who I got winning the North.
I got Packers too.
Green Bay.
Absolutely.
All right. Do you think their new signee is going to be a factor at all? I heard he's hurt already. He's thinking about injections in the back.
Yeah, he's got some issues with his back right now. I think it was a couple of his vertebrae that are a little
the L4
something.
and L5.
Yes, but if
Micah Parsons.
He'll miss a little bit of time, I think. But
he's gonna take those injections. He ain't missing no time.
Yeah, it was either he misses time or he has to get shots basically every week in order to play.
Let's take a little sidetrack real quick. Do you guys think he's happy with that outcome? Getting traded like that? I know he put his foot down and
I don't know.
Made Jerry Jones make a decision.
When he did the taxes on that check,
his paycheck gets cut.
He should have. It's basically cut in half. He should have just stayed in Dallas.
Yeah, because over there in Texas, he would have kept a lot of that money.
Yeah,
right?
It's almost 21 million and change he's paying in taxes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
He signs the highest deal ever by a defensive player, and it's literally chopped in half.
Chopped.
And he's in the cold. And I've been to Green Bay personally. There is nothing to do out there,
He left.
I'm sure the people are great.
He
they
left
got a lot
Texas
of bars, but that's all they got.
And screwed. That makes no sense.
I mean,
that makes no sense right there.
Parsons wanted to stay a Cowboy. Jerry Jones, they couldn't agree on a number. Jerry Jones wanted to negotiate with Micah. Micah wanted Jerry to negotiate with his agent. There was a lot of back and forth. Micah felt disrespected. It was a whole broken relationship. I think if none of that had happened, Micah Parsons would still be a Cowboy, and honestly, he would love to be a Cowboy.
And they would still suck.
Doing
well,
it.
I think Jerry Jones made him a solid offer, is what I heard.
He made him.
It was a really solid offer.
Total number was 150. So he ended up getting just under 190 with Green Bay. Total offer was 150. But something I think the agent might have said something that I think the agent turned it away. I think is what happened.
I think this is one of these situations where you just over negotiate. I see it all the time.
It happens.
Especially with agents. I'm in real estate. They just over negotiate, lose a deal. It happens in sales all the time. So I think they kind of dropped the ball there.
A little bit.
Oh well.
All right. So East, who you got for the East? Moving on. Who is going to be your division champ in the NFC East? Caleb.
I think the streak is over this year. I think we are finally going to have a repeat winner of the NFC East.
Get what you're talking
I'm taking Philly to win the East this year. In 20 years, there has not been a repeat winner of this division.
Wow, that's a crazy stat.
It's crazy. So I think this is finally the year where it happens. We've seen it where it's close over the last couple of years, where it's like Philly will win it and they win like 12 games. Dallas, they'll get it like 11. But I think realistically, outside of Washington, Philly is far and above this team, this division's winner. I'm taking Philly.
Now, earlier when we were talking about this before the show, I had a totally different take until you started talking. So
hey, he just likes to hear me talk. That's what it is.
I was like with you, and then you started talking, and then I realized I just couldn't do that. Washington is taking this division. They are taking this division. Our J5, our year 2 quarterback, is about to do some things this season that you guys just don't understand what's really about to happen.
Okay.
Washington is really about to win this division. Now, that's not taking anything away from Philly, saying that they're not good, but this is our year. Just saying.
So you sound like a Cowboys fan right now.
No, not at all.
This is our year.
Not at all.
Hey, that's not a bad pick. I actually got them going in the wild card, so.
Yeah.
But to beat the Eagles, I don't think the Eagles did anything to lose their top spot. All they did was get better to me. They had a really good offseason,
Yeah.
So
they had a great defensive
I'm picking
draft.
the Eagles.
We'll see.
I didn't know that stat, Caleb. That's an awesome stat. I'm going to write that down. But yeah, Eagles, Commanders. What about the NFC South, Engel?
So I got Tampa. I got Tampa taking that division because I feel like Carolina, Atlanta, really. They got their best quarterback on the bench, I feel like, for real. And then we all know what's happening in New Orleans. So, it's a show. It's a show in New Orleans right now. And that's being nice. That's being polite. So I feel like Tampa, they got Mike Evans. I love Mike Evans. Like, I wish he was on Washington's team, but I just love Mike Evans.
Mike Evans is fun to watch,
And
man.
Baker, people slept on Baker for years and just felt like he did more commercials than he put in time on the field. But Baker's a beast, man. Baker is a beast. So I'm going with Tampa.
I don't disagree there. Yeah. Sorry, you guys. I'm actually posting on my Facebook our live show because we're hitting live every year, every time this year.
Yeah.
So there we go.
I'm going to agree with you, Engel. I'm taking Tampa to win the division this year. I understand. I mean, we're going to see it time and time again. Baker's always going to have a new offensive coordinator. In his entire professional career, he has never had back-to-back offensive coordinators. It has switched every year of his professional career, which is crazy. This guy has never gotten the ground under him, but he's gotten better the last few years in Tampa. This will be the 5th year in a row that Tampa wins it if they do. So I'm excited to see them win it this year.
Yeah. Tampa.
He proved a lot last year. So
absolutely.
I still remember when he was stiff-arming Bosa.
That was wild to watch.
I'm actually going to go with a sleeper underdog. I think Penix. How do you pronounce
Penix.
I think he's going to have a crazy good year. He's under the radar. They got solid offensive weapons. I mean, Cousins could testify to that. So they got Robinson leading the running back team there.
Yeah.
They got Drake London. They got a lot of talent out there.
Who's their tight end? Is Pittman, right?
It's doesn't score touchdowns, Kyle Pitts.
Well, hey, change your quarterback. We might get that number 1 pick out of them. Potential there. So
oh, Lord.
I think the Falcons are going to take the division. So I'm putting my flag in the ground for them this year.
I don't hate it.
NFC West, I'm going to roll with my team. I'm going to roll with the Niners. People can say what they want to say. Yeah, we had a big overhaul of free agents that we lost that were top-notch players. But hey, let's be real here. There were a lot of players that were constantly hurt. We lost Dre Greenlaw. We lost
Talanoa Hufanga.
Yep, we lost some people that were hurt, and we replaced them with younger players, explosive. Our first 6 picks were all defensive players. So we got Robert Saleh back. That's going to be a huge difference, just his energy alone. And also too, we got a cakewalk schedule, just like you said. So I'm excited about that. And the one thing that I really feel is going to make the difference here is Brock Purdy. I don't care that.
Oh my Lord.
Juwan Jennings is battling right now for elusive $29 million a year. we'll let him go through that. I hope he gets paid. I hope he gets at least 15, right? He deserves it. He's a Niner.
Absolutely.
I think Pearsall coming off of that, you know, being
Bullet
shot in the
Pearsall?
chest,
Which is crazy.
Stop it.
earning
A
his
crazy
stripes.
story.
You know what? Hold on. Let me stop you right there, John. Let me just stop you
Earning
right
some
there.
crazy stripes.
We did not go over these picks. We went over some picks, but we didn't go over all the picks before we started today. And somehow I knew when we got here, regardless of what was going to happen, you were going to pick those Niners. And this is coming from the guy who before the show was like, guys, you know, we may have to switch it up. We won't want to pick our own teams, yada, yada, yada. Because, you know, people only think we know our own teams, yada, yada, yada. And what does he do? This is coming from the guy with the 5th pick in our fantasy draft. Drafts
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey. Broke down Christian McCaffrey, goes number 5 in our fantasy because this guy couldn't let it go.
Man, well, you know
Couldn't
what?
let
The
it
reason why I
pass.
picked him is because our wide receivers are, you know, Juwan Jennings is a little disgruntled right now.
Yep.
You know, Ayuk's out. Where's
Yep.
the ball going to go to? The check down king. It's going to go to C-Mac. It's going to go to Kittle.
Yeah.
He's going to be the highest total scoring fantasy player watch in at least the first 5 weeks. Guaranteed.
Never
I can see
fails. Never fails.
And he got hurt last year, so he's due for a good year. So
he
I'll take
did,
that.
yeah.
But I
And the
really
year
think,
before.
just to finish
And the
off,
year before.
I think Brock Purdy is going to have a crazy MVP type season,
Oh
and
my
nobody
Lord.
is going to be able to say that he is not elusive. That man is elusive.
that he's so
Okay.
elusive. So elusive.
We
He's
need
gonna
that on a
show his-
t-shirt for John, man. That is his
Oh,
catchphrase.
man.
But
Who's your NFC West prediction, Caleb?
I'm going to agree with you. I'm taking the Niners to win the division.
Of
You can't
course.
hate me on it.
Of
Okay.
course.
For now, granted, I think we're kind of back and forth with LA right now because is Matt Stafford 100% healthy? Is he not? He's going to play, but we haven't seen him. He hasn't really been throwing that much the last couple months.
They got a good backup, though.
Jimmy Garoppolo is not a good backup.
Jimmy
Nah,
G. Porn
no.
star Jimmy. Let's go.
Nah, forget that. Forget Jimmy Garoppolo. He
He's still got
overthrew
some
Emmanuel
juice
Sanders
left.
in the
He's still got
Super
some
Bowl.
juice
so
No
he
pun
can bite
intended.
me.
Right.
But the biggest reason why I'm
Just
taking
saying.
San Francisco this season, the biggest reason is because based on last year's win totals for every team, the Niners have the lowest win percentage for their schedule this year. So they have the easiest strength of schedule this season out of all 32 NFL teams. The Niners, because we got last, because we were hurt, because of all these things, we got 4th. We got an easy schedule this year. That is a 12. I've looked at it. I've studied it. That is a 12 to 13 win schedule this year. Absolutely lock it in.
All right. I'm just going to go against the grain, I guess. I got the Rams winning the division. I got the Rams winning, and I got actual Seattle coming in second. I got
Interesting.
I got
Okay.
San Francisco
Big time
coming in
haters.
third.
He just don't like us. You know.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
that's
That's
all
I
it
don't
is.
like you guys. It's just
You don't like the faithful. We get
I just
it.
feel like the
We don't
Rams and
like
Seattle
you
they're
either.
better teams. No,
sir.
Like
No,
you
sir.
either. Then I just feel like they're better teams. They're just better teams.
All right. What about wild card picks? Caleb, who do you got for your wild card picks?
For the NFC, I'm rocking. I will take LA as a wild card team. I think they're going to be a lot of fun to watch this year. They bring in Devontae Adams. That's going to be a fun offense. Their defense is only getting better. They were very young last year. They're going to take a step up. I'm going to take the Commanders as a wild card team. I can see you looking at me, Engel. I can see the stare down. You see this? And then I'm taking Detroit to be that last wild card team this season. I think even though they're going to lose both these coordinators this past year, I think they're going to still be a very competitive football team this year.
We're kind of like flip flopping. We're kind of almost like a toss there. Like I took between Philly, Washington. You could say Philly is the wild card there, and then I got Detroit.
so reluctant to say that.
I know.
You could say Philly.
You can see the pain.
They just
I
won the
got-
Super Bowl. They just got
I
better.
got Detroit. I got Detroit as the other wild card, and then I got Seattle.
All right,
Okay.
cool. I got the Bucks. I'm gonna roll with you with the Rams. I got Commanders. Actually, I'm gonna show some love over there, even though you're hating on the faithful.
still love
I'm
you.
an even kill type of person.
Oh,
You
is
know,
that what
I'm
we're
not
calling it?
emotionally driven, so
Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and go with I think is real, and Commanders, Rams, and Bucks. Okay,
All right.
Okay,
So that's what we got.
Okay. So
All right.
so unemotional. So unemotional.
all right. Let's move on. And what we need to move on to is going to be something that we're gonna be tallying every single week. Okay. This last segment was, our end of the season predictions, but this is our week 1 winners. And just like last year, we picked 3 teams where individually that we know we can put our foot down and say, hey, these 3 guys are gonna win, and you can do what you want to do with that information. You can go place a bet, or you can just roll with us and root that one of us gets the championship belt. I know you like one of us is your favorite, so my week 1
Probably Caleb.
Damn right.
Probably Caleb.
my week 1 picks is going to be the Niners over Seattle. Okay, I'm gonna go with that one.
Yep.
I think the Niners are loaded. We're playing at home. Oh no, we're actually playing in Seattle. But what I just read is we've already sold out over 50% of their tickets. So we're like
Absolutely.
at 53 to 55%, all filled with faithful. It's going to be awesome. Who's your one of your week 1 picks, Caleb?
I'm taking Miami over the Colts this week. The Colts, we really don't know what's going to happen this year. Honestly, in my opinion, I think they're going to be one of those teams in contention for the number 1 overall pick.
Danny
I
Dimes.
just don't trust them at all. I know you have Danny Dimes as one of your guys this week, but for me, I don't trust them enough. They lost a couple guys in their offensive line. They lost some guys on defense as well. I mean, their quarterback situation is honestly sad because the fact that they had an Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones QB battle should tell you they are not going to do jack this year. I think this is a 4-5 win team. I don't think they're going to get their first one here. I'm taking Miami.
Okay. Well, one of my games is I'm taking the revenge game, Pittsburgh versus the Jets. That whole quarterback situation. I'm taking the Jets to actually win this game, though. Justin Fields. I feel like he feels disrespected.
Yep.
And at this point in their careers, he's a way better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers. And I just feel like the Jets are they're going to ascend. I'm not saying they're going to have a great year, but they're going to win this game.
Yeah, I can see it.
I like that. I'm going with the Chargers over the Chiefs. I think Jim Harbaugh is going to come out swinging. I think their rookie running back is going to have a game and a half. They're just going to run the ball, slow down the clock, play great defense. And I also think McConkey's going to tear it up as well. So I'm rolling with Jim Harbaugh. I'm taking the Chargers. Week 1. Who do you got, Caleb? Who's your other pick?
I've got Carolina taking the win over Jacksonville this week.
Ooh, Bryce Young's going to have a day?
Absolutely. I know I took Jacksonville to be my division winner this year, but I think Carolina, they're going to come out swinging. They've got some new pieces with Ted McMillan. Bryce Young
is McMillan going to play? I heard he was injured.
I believe McMillan is going to play this week. We'll see. But I really do think Bryce Young, he looked great in those last handful of games. I think getting benched for Andy Dalton really lit a fire under him, and he is ready to come out swinging this season.
Okay, that's a good one. So one of my other pick is it's a divisional game. I'm taking Philly over Dallas. It's going to kick off this season, and one of the real reasons is because I really do love 2 teams, Washington and whoever's playing Dallas. So Philly, go ahead and do your job.
All right, awesome. I got the Bears over Minnesota, so I'm gonna roll with Caleb Williams.
Yep.
I also think DJ Moore is gonna have a really good game, and I also like Swift. And like I said, I don't trust JJ McCarthy this week. Yeah, the lights may not be too bright, but it is Monday Night Football lights, and it also is basically his rookie game. So even though he's loaded offensively, they are playing in the Windy City, and I think Caleb is ready to have a little breakout game, and I think Swift is really going to take control. He's going to have a few touchdowns.
Yeah, okay. I'm with it.
Who's your last pick on the week 1?
My last one, I'm taking Buffalo over Baltimore. This was honestly one of the best, if not the best, playoff game last year. And I think we're getting a huge repeat this year. I'm very excited to watch this game, but I'm taking Buffalo over the Ravens this week.
Okay, and my last one, I'm taking the Raiders. Excuse me. Over New England. I'm taking the Raiders over New England, man. I just feel like the Pete Carroll factor, the Raiders, they're going to have a decent season. I
like that. So just a quick recap. Week 1, I got Chargers, Niners, Bears. Caleb, you got?
I got Miami, I have Carolina, and I got Buffalo this week.
And then Gal?
And I got Philly, the Jets, and the Raiders.
All right, I love it. Okay, we're going to move on to our end of the season award predictions. There's usually 6 or 7 trophies that come out for the best players of the season. So we're going to go ahead and pick those out. We're actually going to put this in a point total also to determine who gets the belts at the end of the year as well. So my coach of the year is going to be Jim Harbaugh. Okay, I'm rolling with him. Who's your coach of the year?
Sean Payton. Denver.
Sean Payton. Okay, I like that.
Yeah. I'm rocking with Mike Vrabel and those New England Patriots. They were horrible last year. I think he's going to make them work this year.
I like that. That is
Interesting.
a sleeper right
Interesting.
there. Comeback player of the year. Who's your comeback player of the year, Caleb?
I'm taking the one, the only Christian McCaffrey
Let's
to
go.
win comeback player of the year this year.
Surprise, surprise.
He had no legs last year, played 3 games, didn't look that great.
Over the year
But
before.
we've seen some stuff. Everyone's saying that he looks just like his old self, and he's ready to
Like-
absolutely
like
tear it up this
Carolina?
year.
Christian McCaffrey?
We're seeing, 2 years ago, Christian McCaffrey, when he was offensive player of the year.
Oh,
I like that. Of
Interesting.
course, I love that pick.
You can't hate it.
You know,
Well, he can because he's a Commanders
I
fan.
actually wanted to pick him, but
yeah, who's your comeback player?
I have somebody else in mind. I'm going to go with Aiden Hutchinson.
Yep.
He went out last year, I think week 5 or 6. Just a horrible injury.
Yep.
And he was leading the pack as far as
In sacks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was tearing it up. So
Yeah.
I really feel like he's going to come back and just make a huge splash. Not only because of his size, but just because of his skill level and all that. So I'm going to roll with Aiden Hutchinson
He's
as my
hungry.
comeback player of the year.
He's
Who you got,
hungry.
Engel?
My comeback player of the year, Patty Mahomes. Now, somebody said, "Oh, can you really pick him as a comeback player?" Yeah, he didn't have a Patty Mahomes year. He had an
Well,
off
he went
year.
to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
That's
though.
a Patty Mahomes
Okay.
year.
Super
No,
Bowls
that's,
don't
that's-
count.
That's a Chiefs thing.
You know, they don't count.
That's a Chiefs thing.
Okay.
But as far as his individual numbers, they were trash all last season.
There were a
This
lot of
year,
picks.
it's his revenge tour. Let's go.
Okay. All right. I love it. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Caleb. Who do you got, sir?
I'm taking, and I'm going to butcher this name, and I apologize. Carson Schweschinger, the linebacker for the Cleveland Browns. He looked great in camp. He looked great in the preseason. He is quick. He is jumpy. I'm excited to see him work this year.
I like that. I like that.
I'm taking Travis Hunter. Yeah, I'm taking Travis Hunter because even though I said he's going to be my bust this week 1, by week 4, he's going to take off. He's going to take off. Once he
Okay.
adjusts
Is he
to the
taking off on offense or is he taking off on defense?
defense. We said defensive player of the year, right?
Defensive rookie. That's your guy.
Defensive rookie.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. I don't hate it.
Well, actually, if he scores a few touchdowns on offense, does that count towards his running for defensive rookie of the year? How does that work?
No, they would
No.
only account for his defensive.
Only-
I
stats.
know in fantasy they kind of count
No,
for.
it'll only account for his. They'll only account for his defense.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
they,
right.
they'll only take. They should only take into account his,
I
his
like
defensive
it.
stuff.
I'm gonna stick with the faithful here. I'm gonna go with Mikael Williams. I feel like coming in, he was a great pick, and just coming in playing next to Nick to Nick Bosa. You know, they always stack the line versus Nick. You know, the double, triple teams. He's gonna have the ability to just be free and eat, and just he's just gonna crush it this year. I think he's the other half. He's the pillar that we've been missing.
Yeah, we got some good guys on the inside too. A couple of rookies in there too.
Oh yeah. Offensive Rookie of the Year, sir.
I'm taking Travis Hunter. So I know you're taking him for your defensive. I'm
This
taking
is
him for the
crazy.
offensive. I know this has never happened before because there has never really been a player that does this. We've seen it with bits and pieces with like Prime Time, Charles Woodson. They playing a little bit of both sides, but Travis Hunter's going to play a lot on both sides. But I'm taking him offensively for Offensive Rookie of the Year this year.
That's a really good pick. You know why that's such a really good pick?
Why is that a good
Because
pick?
I was taking him. I'm taking him too. I'm taking him too.
You think he's gonna sweep
No
it?
way, I said
Listen,
that as a
he's
joke.
gonna
I was
sweep
like
it.
flipping a coin on this, and I really thought about it. If he doesn't win defensive, he's winning offensive because by week 5, 6, he's going to explode on one side of the ball.
So you're doing this just to secure a point for the championship belt at the end.
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
Wuss.
But let's move on. That's like a technicality there. I'm gonna roll with Hampton, Chargers running back. He's gonna get the ball a lot of times, and Jim Harbaugh loves to run the ball a lot of times. So I think that he's gonna tear it up. Hampton, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I like it.
Now let's go to the Big Dog Awards. Defensive Player of the Year, sir. And Gal, who do you got?
I'm taking Myles Garrett.
Okay.
I'm taking Myles Garrett. I feel like since he's really going to be all there is to talk about Cleveland, besides Shador, who's the practice squad,
QB3.
QB3,
How
Myles
many
Garrett.
QBs? How many QBs you
Three.
still got over
They
there?
only have 3.
Only 3. Well,
They cut it
4
down.
technically because Deshaun.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's
Okay.
still in the books, but
But Myles Garrett, I feel is going to be my defensive player of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I like it. I'm rocking with Aiden Hutchinson this year. We talked about him a little bit. He's hungry. Before he got hurt last season, in 5 games, he had 7.5 sacks. He was leading the league. This year, he's going to feast. We're going to be looking at a potential 15 or 16 sack season this year. He is absolutely going to tear it up this year.
Wow. So defensive player of the year. Don't you think that he would get comeback? But I guess they probably need to split that up, right?
They would have to
Yeah.
split it. So I think
So
Engel.
C-Mac
They're not going to
yeah.
let him win both.
No,
That would be crazy.
They'll give him the bigger one.
I think they're going to give him Depoy.
Okay. I'm going to go with Max Crosby. I think Pete Carroll just has a ton of energy over there. Not only is he running routes, he's also playing offensive lineman against Max Crosby. And
Getting knocked on his ass while doing it.
Right.
there's just a lot of good energy going on over there in Nevada. I'm excited for Vegas. Obviously, I'm a Niner fan, but I still live here in Vegas. But Max Crosby is a dog, and I just think that he's going to tear it up. Defensive player of
I
the
like
year.
that one.
I don't hate it.
Offensive player of the year. Who you got, Caleb?
I'm taking Jamar Chase this year. I think he's going to repeat as the Triple Crown winner. He's going to be huge this year with that defense that Cincinnati has. They are going to have to score 30, 45 points a game every week. And I mean, who else is going to take those points than Joe Burrow's best friend, his favorite target, Jamar Chase?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay.
I'm going
I like that.
Jaden Daniels, J5. I feel like he's just going to have his, like last year was obviously his rookie year, breakout season, but
Yeah.
this year I feel like he's going to do, oh man, he's going to tear it up.
You know, there's such a thing as a sophomore slump, right?
I do.
We saw
I
it with
do.
CJ
It's
Stroud.
not going to happen.
Like I said, you guys didn't watch the guy in preseason.
All right.
Okay.
Like nobody
pretty.
was, once again.
He was
Exactly. We watched good football. Johnny Boy, who you got for offensive player of the year?
I'm going with Joe Burrow. So his counterpartner.
Yes,
so
sir.
I think the guy throwing the touchdowns and making it happen is going to take the crown of offensive player of the year. I think he's going to throw a lot of touchdowns, a lot of yards. And
has
I
to.
think their defense, even though they signed their top talent, it's still weighing them down, and they're going to have to climb back every single game, and they're going to have to throw to get back into these games. But it's going to happen because not only is he going to get offensive player of the year, but they're going to win that division. So I like that.
I don't hate
Now, the most coveted trophy of them all, MVP. Caleb, who do you got as your MVP, sir? End of the season top award here.
I am taking Joe Burrow to be the MVP this year.
Wow,
We kind of
okay.
touched on it just a second ago. They're going to have to score, 40 points a game. He's going to have to throw just about 50 touchdowns and almost 5,000 yards for this to be a competitive Cincinnati football
Very
team.
doable.
So I think with that, I think he's got a real shot at this MVP this year. We've seen it with a couple of these guys, with Josh Allen and Lamar, where let's say their defense, takes a little bit of a step back. They have to step up, and they do. And I think that's exactly what we're going to see this year with Joe Burrow. This is also the first time he's coming into the season 100% healthy in his career. So this is going to be a good year for him.
If you don't mind me going first, and Gail, I'm actually going to take Brock Purdy as my MVP, and the reason why he's gonna
Oh my
beat
God,
out.
I'm about to walk off. What are we doing here?
The reason why he's gonna beat out Joe Burrow is because Joe Burrow is loaded, right? They got Jamar Chase, they got Higgins, they got Chase Brown. He's gonna have to throw a lot, and he got targets, man. Brock Purdy. They've been saying that he has an all-star Avengers team all around him since he came out of the womb. This year he doesn't. He's missing a lot of offensive power, and he's still going to win these games. He's still going to put on a show. He's still going to be elusive. And I just think those numbers are going to add up, and he might get past that 4,500 yard mark, maybe to the 5,000. And I think he's going to throw over 35 touchdowns this year. So I expect a lot. I expect big things from Brock Purdy. So I'm taking him as the MVP. You can't doubt that, man. And the Super Bowl is in Santa Clara, so I know we're not making it. Are we gonna do Super Bowl predictions?
No,
I mean-
no, not yet.
Okay,
I think
we'll save
let's
that for
wait.
later. But
Let's
hey,
wait.
I'm
We'll
throwing
save
it out there. It's
Yeah.
in Santa Clara, so this might be a dream year. Who do you got in
I'm
Gal?
doing Lamar Jackson. I figured this is the year he takes him to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So this is his year. He's won an MVP already, but I
So
feel
you
like-
just made your Super Bowl prediction.
After we were just like, let's not make the Super Bowl prediction.
Damn it, Miguel.
5 seconds later,
all right, let's move on.
the attention
All
span of a
right.
goldfish.
So Lamar Jackson MVP,
Lamar
Brock Purdy,
Jackson, yeah.
and Joe Burrow. All right, so we're gonna move on to another segment here. We're gonna call it rapid fire predictions. We're gonna name off 3 predictions. They might be a little outlandish. They could come at any point of the season, but all 3 of us are gonna make 3 rapid fire predictions. Caleb, start us off really quick, sir.
I'm taking Raheem Morris to be potentially fired this year. If the Falcons miss the playoffs, I think this is the year where they just say enough is enough and they get rid of him and start over. Secondly, I'm taking Jackson Dart to start for the New York Giants by week 10. I think there's going to be a point where Russell Wilson starts to slow down and they just need to throw in and just see what they got with Jackson Dart. He looked good in the preseason, so I'm expecting that this year. And I touched up on it a little bit ago. I'm taking Jamar Chase to repeat as the Triple Crown winner this year. He's going to have a monster year again, and I think we're just going to see a lot coming out of Jamar Chase this year.
All right, I
Wow.
like those. What are
was
your
not
three
bad,
rapid
not bad.
fire?
So my 3 rapid fire things are, I feel like ticket prices are going to drop this year, so that way everybody can actually go to games. I feel like there's going to be a lot more NFL players that are going to get shoe deals this year. A
Interesting.
lot more shoe
I
deals.
like
I'm talking
that.
about
This is a
NBA
great-
shoe deals.
Wow.
And the last one is I feel like there's going to be less fines when players express themselves after they score a touchdown.
Less touchdown celebration fines. Okay.
I like those out of the box.
I don't hate it.
Predictions there.
I like
I wish
it.
I thought a little bit more outside the box here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking stats, and he's going here with this.
All right. So my 3
That's what
is
I
going to
do.
be,
That's
and
what
I
I
might
do.
need a little bit of help with this last name, but Zach Charbonnet. Is that how you say it?
Zach Charbonnet.
Zach Charbonnet takes over for Kenneth Walker, and by week 3, he becomes the main guy. Kenneth Walker takes a back seat, and he takes over and kills it. My second one, Travis Hunter. Unfortunately, I don't like to wish ill will on anybody, but he's going to miss a significant amount of time this season. And the reason why is because he's going to be trying to play both sides of the ball. And the NFL is just too crazy for that. You can't tell me you can go out there and hit a running back, right? And then go back on offense and then get hit by a linebacker over and over again. So I think that he's going to miss a significant amount of time in his rookie campaign. Also, too, my last prediction is going to be Mike McCarthy. I think Jerry Jones is going to cut ties with him by Thanksgiving. He already traded one of his top players, and I think that this is kind of clean the house for him. And I think that the Cowboys are going to start off a little rough, and he's just going to go ahead and pull the trigger. Mike McCarthy out.
I like that one.
All righty
I like
then,
that
you
one.
guys. I love it. So we should keep track of those too. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah,
The
we'll see.
shoe deal sounds very interesting.
Watch, I'm telling you, it's
So
going to be good.
I will say this, John.
What's up?
Mike McCarthy is no longer the coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, really?
It's Brian Schottenheimer. He got
So he got rid of
Oh,
him
wow.
already.
yeah. So
So my prediction came true
essentially,
Yeah.
last season.
yes,
Right.
yeah, his
Last
contract.
season.
Yeah, McCarthy's contract ran out at the end of this last season, and Jerry Jones just let him walk.
Okay.
And
well,
that's
I'll take
why
that.
we love Caleb.
Thank you, Caleb.
Got
for
you.
correcting me there.
I
sir.
got you.
Hey, you know what? That tells me that I know my stuff though, because
does it?
well, yeah,
Does it
it
really?
was time to cut ties with him. So there we go. And I'm not
Sure.
gonna lie though, I forgot to do one last rapid fire prediction, and that's what came out of the hat.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Oh, Lord.
Last segment of the day, we got Engel's trash talk. Let's go, baby.
Trash. All right, guys. So let's talk about it. You remember back in the day when you could go home Sunday morning, wake up, watch football, turn to Fox, turn to CBS, turn to NBC, watch the games. Why is it now there is 20 streaming services where it could cost you almost $800 plus if you want to watch football during this season? You can't watch it on Thursday unless you have Prime. That's $16. You can't watch this Friday's game. Where is it at? In Brazil. I think you got to watch it on the NFL Network. Like, what's going on here where now you can't even watch football without paying for it now and watching it from your living room? Trash. There's like too many streaming services that you got to pay.
It's too much.
I mean, Red Zone, NFL Network, NFL Plus,
YouTube TV,
YouTube,
Peacock.
all this extra stuff. I just want to watch football.
Right.
Like, I literally just want to wake up, not have to go to a bar, go in my living room, throw my jersey on, be in my drawers, and watch the game. That's all I want to do. I'm going to church Saturday night, so I can have my Sundays free.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Somebody help me out here, please. Please, that's all I want.
Right. Trash.
It's too many services. Like, we did the math on this. It showed us 8 to 10, and we all know there's more than that. $800, and we all know really you would have to pay more than that just want to watch football, guys. The NFL's making enough money.
Yeah.
Like, they're making enough money for the people who go to the game. Why are they taking advantage of us if we just want to watch it in our living room?
Trash.
If you have a team in your city, that's even worse because you can't watch the game in your living room because they black it out. They black it out. You literally you're forced to go to a game or you have to leave your house. Trash. Thanks, guys.
That's crazy. Just knowing that it used to be free for everybody, right?
Yeah, it was just on cable, just on basic cable.
Basic cable.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. All right, you guys. We're actually going to end the show a little bit differently this season around. You know, instead of getting on these players, hey, you look at, they are people that we talk about in fantasy. You know, we kind of treat them like statistics sometimes, and I feel a little. We collectively feel a little off about that, right? We talk about these people as if they're just people on our app and they're just there to make points for us, but they are actually real people. So we want to throw out we want to say a little prayer for them, and just to let them know, hey, look, we got your back. We're here rooting for you, and it doesn't matter what player it is. So if you guys really quick, just a quick bow your head, we want to pray to the Lord Jesus Christ and let him know to watch out for you guys. So Heavenly Father, I know it's football and this is at the bottom of your priority list, but we wanted to ask you for your hand of grace and just watch over all of these players that are out there playing this gridiron game, putting their bodies on the line, their minds on the line, Lord. A lot of these players in the later parts of their lives suffer from all different things that they carry on to their families and stuff like that. So we just ask for you to keep them safe from injuries, keep their kneecaps safe, their elbows, their minds. And it's not because we want them to have them on our fantasy team for longer periods of time. It's just because we care about these guys. So Lord, if you can do that for us, that would be awesome. We give you all the praise and all the glory. In Jesus' name we say,
Amen.
amen. Let's go. Tuesday Night Football.